Good morning, Internet. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the movie Interstellar and Time, because those two go hand in hand. So, obvious spoilers ahead, so tread lightly. So if you've seen Interstellar, you know why I'm going to talk about time today as well. And if you haven't seen Interstellar, I don't know why you're watching this video, but yes, time is a big part of Interstellar. Specifically to do with relativity, which is really weird. So in the movie, there's multiple times when the crew of the spaceship encounters relativity. The first time is, it would be so weird for the guy who's back on the main station, because he just sits there for 23 years hoping that they'll come back, because really it's like, well, you don't know if they're going to come back, and really they could be dead, or they could just be not coming back in 5 hours, in which case you'll probably be dead by the time they get back. The scene where they do get back and it's been 23 years, it's just like, it's crushing for both parties. Like, to suddenly see these people you haven't seen in 23 years and they think it's only been a little over 3 hours. It just be, we can think about relativity, but like imagining what it would be like to encounter that I don't know, it's just, it rips your mind apart. Of course, then there's the other time when they jump 50 years and Matthew McConaughey's character comes back and sees his daughter, who's now about to die, and she's like, parents aren't meant to see their children die. It's just so strange, because for her, she's probably already made her peace with the idea that her father's dead, and so she doesn't really need him to be there. And for him to watch his daughter die would just be terrible. So it's more like he's already dead in her eyes, and he's not really even the same person. And for him, it's just, he has to let go. Yes, he finally did come back, he finally kept his promise, but he can't stay with her because that's not what he promised. He promised to come back, but he never knew when he was going to come back. All this time stuff got me thinking about the idea that I'm almost 20 years old, and in 2050 I'll be 55 years old. I mean, that's older than my dad is right now. I can't imagine what I'm gonna look like, what I'll be doing, what the world will be doing. Hopefully it'll still be here. It's just it's so weird to look that far into the future. And maybe that's the problem with humans, is that we never are able to fully comprehend the big picture. To look down the timeline and be like, hey, we need to do this in order for future generations to survive. And that's another theme of Interstellar, along with global warming, which I'm not going to get into that right now. But it's interesting, the idea that we can't just focus on the here and now. We have to take into account the future, because if we don't, then there's going to be nothing left. There really is no such thing as the present. When you're watching this video, it's in the past. Seconds tick by. And yes, every moment is a present, but it immediately becomes a past. And the future immediately becomes the present. And I mean, we're all guilty of being in our own world, and I don't know if that's a bad thing. It would be weird if all we thought about was, oh, what can we do for the future generations? Yeah, that would be bad. We have to live for ourselves as well. But we can't do something that will just end the future. Time is ultimately a natural and man-made thing, and it's that man-made part that we have to struggle to get over. The fact that we need to take into account the whole picture, not just where we are right now. So I leave you with some wisdom from Gandalf. It is not our job to master all the tides of the world, but to do what we can so that future generations may have good earth to till. What weather they shall have is no concern of ours. Have a good day.